We're going to continue along with this graphing and being able to connect the table of values to the graphs to equations. Okay, so we're going to use the data and graph it and then analyze these graphs and answer some questions based on these graphs. Now, we're doing essentially the same thing that we've done before. Okay, in this case now, these examples, though, these are word problems, so we're going to have more awkward numbers to work with. So we have to be able to scale our axes to be able to graph them. And we need to be able to be comfortable with using these awkward numbers and doing calculations based on them. So you may want to use a calculator for some of these more awkward numbers. This graphing window here is an opportunity to use a graphing tool such as Desmos. Now when you use Desmos, it's really important to be able to show me the window that you're actually drawing, and that's where the x-min and x-max, y-min and y-max come in. The x-min means the left edge of that graph. The x-max, so this is a x-min would be the left edge. X-max would be the right edge. The y-min is a y value that represents the bottom edge. And the y-max would represent the y value of the top edge. Okay? So if I said the x-min is -10, that means -10 to 10. That means I have a number line. Okay, that's going to be -10 here, +10 here along the x. If it was -10 to +10 along the y, that means that the bottom edge would be -10 and the top edge would be +10 on the y. Okay, so that would be just kind of basic 10 by 10 grid. Okay, so let's graph these. So this is the relationship. A t-shirt printing company charges the following for t-shirts printed for school. And again, all these ones we're just going to focus on linear relationships. So we should expect a straight line relationship. So this is what the relationship looks like. For 20 shirts, we charge $199. For 40 shirts, we charge $358, $50, $437, $50, etc. So how would I describe this relationship? Okay, well, I want to maybe draw this graph, and I'm going to start with, I'm just going to show the axes here like this. It doesn't show me 0, so I need to go from 0 to 100. So I'm going to say that maybe 100 goes to about here. Okay, so my x-min, I don't need to draw these numbers in because my x-min and x-max will indicate that. So I'm going to go from like -10 to 120 or something like that. Okay, so that's where 100 would show up. And I need to accommodate up to 835, so I'm going to go up to 1,000. So my y-min, I could say 0, but I'm just going to say it's -100 to $1,000 along the max, y-max. Okay, so 835 would be somewhere around here. Okay, so then I have my coordinate here. And then I can just kind of estimate where those other points are. So 20, 199, maybe somewhere around here. 40, 358, somewhere around there. 50, and I know it's going to be in a straight line, so I'm just going to kind of put them randomly, not randomly, but okay, I know they're going to fall along that straight line pattern. Okay, so I'm going to draw it in like that. I'm not going to be too accurate with this because I don't really need to be overly accurate with this. So this relationship is going to be the straight line relationship, and it's going to give me a graph that looks like this. Now, if I'm accurate with this, it doesn't quite go through the origin. Okay, it's not going to quite go through the origin, so I need to figure out how this looks like. And I'm going to start with, this is a linear relationship. Okay, so it's got a slope to it, and it's got some starting position to it. So I'm going to start with the rate of change, or the slope. And I find the rate of change on the outside of the function like this. So plus 20 shirts, I end up plus $159. Okay, and I can subtract those numbers to get the difference in there. So my ratio of change, I should make sure that's consistent. So it's plus 10 here, plus 10, is going to give me plus, it looks like it's $79.50. Okay, and so that looks right. Okay, so we have our ratio of change looks like it's about 7 if I divide those two numbers. Okay, so the rate of change is going to be $159 to the change is going to be my dependent compared to my independent, so plus 20 shirts. Okay, and when I simplify this, I get 7. If I to simplify this into a unit rate, I'm going to divide, and it's going to be $7.95 for each shirt. Okay, so 10 shirts, I get an extra charge of plus $75.50. So this is my rate of change. Okay, and I find my rate of change on the outside of the graph.